Alright, so about 6 weeks ago I watched this video on YouTube and they were interviewing Christian Taylor, asking why he chose not to jump at the USA National Championships. Well, he technically did, he just ran through in tennis shoes and fouled his jump and passed the rest of his jumps. And I tried to figure out, well, what would be the reason? Was he hurt? You know, and I was like, well, he's not hurt because he's been jumping fine. And then I figured out what it was. So here is why Christian Taylor chose not to jump at the USA Track and Field Outdoor National Championships. It's very simple. It all comes down to money. Now here's how it breaks down. The Diamond League is a circuit. Basically they have many track meets all over and they select out certain events that they're going to showcase. And those events are scored. So now if I were to jump in all 4 events, right? See, I get first place in one of them, second place in the other event, third place in the other event, and then first place in the last one. Each place that I get a certain amount of points, like a regular track meet, right? And at the end of the season, those points are then tallied up, and the person with the most points gathered within those 4 track meets receives a bonus of, I believe it's $50,000, which is pretty good, right? Now, if I'm in this circuit, I don't want to mess up this overall circuit. If I had to choose between track meet that's over here versus this circuit, and it's a one-off track meet, but this circuit is a part of my whole series, I wouldn't choose to do this track meet because I want to keep this series consistent and hopefully win a first place bonus, you know? So in the Diamond League, you get points, and also with those points, you get money. If you win first place in a Diamond League meet, you get $10,000. So if I were to win all 4 events, I get $10,000 per event, so $40,000. And if I happen to be the overall point leader within those 4 events, I receive another $50,000. Plus there's 2 final championships which they give out. I believe it's $50,000 also. So if that's the case, I'm looking at $100,000 plus if I stick to this circuit. So anything that is in my way that doesn't help me get this circuit potential money up, I'm not going to do it. So when it comes down to like the logistics of everything, for triple jumpers, if you triple jump, you know what it's about. You can't triple jump today and Thursday. You can't jump today and the next week and the next week and the next week and expect to get better. It's tiring. It's gruesome. It's a heavy, impactful event. Christian Taylor jumped May 5th at DOHA, got first place. Then he came to America and did EUGENE in the Prefontaine. He won first place, obviously. He jumped 18 meters 11. He got $10,000 for that meet and the other one. Then he went to Kingston. I have no idea how much he got paid for that, but he got first place. And Kingston was on June 10th. Then he went to the USATF Championships where he chose to run through. If he would have won first place, he would have gotten $8,000, which is a lot of money. But remember, when you're a world champion the previous year, you're granted a free spot in the World Championships the next season or the next competition. So he technically didn't have to compete, but USATF told him, we want you to show fitness. But the boy just jumped 18 meters, you know, 3 weeks ago, so let him go. He flew here to compete, to do a run through and to leave. He might have, I think he lost money to come here and go back, but he's gaining more money in the end. So that's why he didn't compete. But to keep going on this concept, he then had OSTRAVA, which was literally 4 days after the USA Championships. If he would have jumped, that would have been kind of bad. Now, OSTRAVA wasn't a part of the Diamond League circuit, but still, it might have been money that he needed, right? That he earned. Then he had Paris on July 1st, which is like 5 days or whatever many days later. So it's like, to compete within 4 or 5 day period, it's very tough. Anyway, he jumped 17 meters 29 and got first place, $10,000 more. Then the next week at Lausanne, he jumped 17 meters 49. Again, that one, instead of first place, he got second. I'm going to assume your boy was tired because he had all those track meets within a short window period. Now, you're looking at about $40,000, a little bit less, but that range, right? It makes no sense to risk $40,000 plus for $8,000. And on top of that, your health is a factor. So I'm going to answer the question for him. Why didn't he compete and run through? Because he wants his money. He's trying to get his paycheck. Track and field athletes don't get paid that much, and he deserves to be one of the highest paid. Why? Because he's one of the best triple jumpers.